Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nur Afiqah binti Fazilah and my matrix number is 10DTK19F1001.
Hi, my name is Nusyaka binti Syahida. My matric number is 10DK90F1011.
Hi, my name is Nur Fazirah binti Abdul Bashir. My matric number 10DTK19F1008.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Iman Fizul Majidi and my matric number is 10DTK19F1022.
Our topic for this mini project is internet connection among Politeknik Seberang Perai students. I will start this presentation with the introduction for our topic. Switching from a traditional and face-to-face classroom to a computer-based classroom, which is a 100% online classroom, gives a new learning experience for every student, especially Politeknik Seberang Perai students. Many of the students are not provided with a high bandwidth and a strong internet connection, which really required during online classes. So, they could not join their classes and fail to catch up with their other classmates. So, we have taken an initiative to make a survey on internet connection among Politeknik Seberang Perai students to see that how much problem that they face. Next, there are two objectives for our mini project. First, to identify the problem related to the internet connection faced by every student. Then, to examine the use of internet connection among Politeknik Seberang Perai students.
The next one is about part A, which is about demographic information. In this part, there is 3 types of question, which is about their name, their department, and also their gender. From this form, we can see that there is 100 of different names, which means that there is 100 students who participate to fill in this form. The next one is about their department. There is 4 departments in Seberang Perai, Politeknik Seberang Perai, which is Commerce, Electrical Department, Mechanical Department, and also Information Technology and Communication. From this form, we can see that the highest percentage of students who participate is from Commerce Department, which is 48%, which means that 48 of the students from Commerce Department have filled in this form. The next one is 24% of Electrical Engineering Department students have participated in this form, which means that 24 students from this department have participated in it. The next one is Information Technology and Communication, which is 18%, and marginally lower than it is from Mechanical Engineering, which have 8 difference between two departments. The last one is about gender. From this form, we can see that 61% from the participant which female, then that means that 39 of the participants are male.
Hi, I want to presenting about type of internet service probably used by student. The pie chart shows the type of internet service probably used by Seberang Perai Polytechnic student. There are four types recorded, which are Celcom, Maxis, Digi, and U-Mobile. The largest segment of the chart, which made almost of the third of the total respondents, state that Celcom was the most used by students. This is followed by Maxis, which accounted for marginally more than a quarter of the total respondents. U-Mobile, on the other hand, recorded slightly over a fifth of the total respondents. Meanwhile, almost the same amount of the students use U-Mobile and Digi, which are also messed up slightly over a fifth of the total respondents. To sum it up, Celcom was the most used internet service provided by students. I want to present about activity done by students online. The bar graph shows the feedback on activities usually done by students during online. It can be seen that the online classes are the highest activity done by students online. It can be seen that the online classes was the highest voted activity done by students online with 94 students. that was subsequently higher than this was voted for social media. Meanwhile, the option of social media was chosen by 64 students, and this was marginally higher than those who watch video and listen to music with 10 students. The number of students used to make purchase online was a little higher than those play game with 32 students and 28 students respectively. To conclude, online classes is the kind of activity that most of students is online. The pie chart shows the reason why students fix their current internet. The highest percentage of the students, at 26% of the total respondents, state that their reason is because it is the best price option available. There were almost the same amount of the students, at 25% of the total respondents, who said that they have no other option. Other than that, slightly more than a fifth of the total respondents state that they believe their current internet connection is the best option bundled with other service, which is why they pick it. 16% of the total respondents said that their current internet is the most reliable service available, hence why they pick it. The student making up the minority, equaling 11% of the total respondents, gave their reasons stating their current internet connection is the fastest option available. To conclude, the reason why students pick their current internet because it is the best price option available.
The bar chart show the amount of internet service paid by the student per month. From this bar chart, we can see that the range between RM45 until RM40 ringgit until 45 ringgit is the highest range, which has been voted by 57 students. The range between 40 ringgit until 45 ringgit was slightly higher than the number of students who vote for the range between RM30 until RM35 ringgit. Besides that, the option of the range 10 ringgit until 15 ringgit were marginally lower than the range of RM20 until RM25 ringgit. Meanwhile, the number of students who vote for the range RM10 ringgit until 15 ringgit, which is the lowest vote among all range, was dramatically lower than RM40 until RM55 ringgit. To sum it up, most of the students paid RM40 ringgit until 15 ringgit per month. Based on the price that paid by the student, it depends on the internet service that student choose. For example, if they choose U-Mobile, it might have a difference between DG because every service has a different price per service. So it depends on what what speed of internet that they want and what the range of internet that they want, such as it price have for months or weeks. The next question is about the download speed of student internet connection. In this form, we have include 5 choices, which is below than 10 megapixels, 11 to 25 megapixels, 26 megapixels until 100 megapixels, 51 megapixels until 100 megapixels, and the last one is greater than 150 megapixels. From this bar chart, we can see that slightly more than a third of the total respondents said that their download speed is below than 10 megapixels, which is the lowest between all of the choices in this form that we have included in it. This is followed by the student who said that their download speed is around 26 megapixels to 100 megapixels. This is tallying up to the 31% of the student who said that their internet connection is just between 26 megapixels to 100 megapixels. Not only that, from all of these students who participate in this form, we can see that 30% of the students vote for greater than 100 megapixels. But lower than that, there is 11% of students who choose 11 megapixels to 25 megapixels. But other than that, 10% of the students vote for 51 megapixels until 100 megapixels. Not only that, we can see from all of this bar chart for this question, from pie chart from this question, we can conclude that most of the students choose that their internet connection download speed is just between 10 megapixels, which is quite enough for the student to face their to use. It is suitable for the student for them to use it to learn using anything like Teams or Google Meet. The next bar graph is going to show about the access of internet using a laptop through a wireless connection, such as Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. The total number of students who choose for yes option was dramatically lower than no. From this chart, it can be seen that there were among all of 100 students, 82 students who choose yes. But for no option, the amount of students who choose for it just in a small amount, which is just 18 students. In conclusion, we can see that majority of the students usually access the internet using a laptop through a wireless connection, which is they might think that it is more convenient for them because it is not related to a wire, because when we are using a Wi-Fi, it is more easier for us because we can use it everywhere and anytime.
The next survey question is on the reason for dissatisfaction with their current internet service. On this question, there are 4 options given, which is price is too high, service is unreliable, lack of technical support, and connection is too slow. From this pie chart, the largest part of the chart, which made exactly 2/3 of the total respondents, stated that their connection of their internet is too slow. Meanwhile, only small fraction of the respondent is dissatisfied with their internet connection because of the service is unreliable. Besides, lack of technical support is slightly over than price is too high. Lastly, connection is too slow is the primary reason for dissatisfaction with their current internet service. The bar graph shows the importance of bandwidth access to study. 92% of the students think that bandwidth is very important for their studies, which is the majority of the answer given. Besides, 8 respondents who choose bandwidth is very important was drastically lower than the respondent that choose very important. Unfortunately, no student responded that bandwidth is not important during their online studies. To conclude this survey question, most of the students thinks that bandwidth is very important for their studies.
The pie chart shows the percentage of the total time that spent by students on the internet per day. There are 4 choices, which are 1 hour, 3 hours, 5 hours, and more than 5 hours. From this pie chart, we can see that majority of students who participate in this posting mostly choose to spend more than 5 hours per day, which has been voted by 90% of students. Besides that, 30% of students spend 3 hours on the internet per day. That means this is slightly more than 1% of students who spend just 1 hour on the internet per day. Not only that, only a small fraction of students spend 5 hours on the internet per day, which is just 2%. In conclusion, almost all the participants spend more than 5 hours on the internet per day. So, from this bar graph, we see of recommendation of internet service to friends. there is just two choice of this kind of this question, which is yes or no. The number of respondents that respond yes was fractionally higher than respond no. So it can be seen that 56 of respondents that was choose yes to recommend the internet service to their friends, but the option of no, there is just 44 of the students who choose it. All in all, most of students would recommend their internet service to their friends. In conclusion, nowadays, internet is the one of the most important service in everyone's life, especially for students. In order to attend online class, students need a strong connection of internet to make sure that their activities during online class will go smoothly. Last but not least, a good internet connection and service will help students in e-learning classes and so on. That's all from us. Thank you.